Anonymous, welcome to the Flash Drive.
Hi, thank you so much, Faith, and all the listeners. Hello to you.
Thank you for taking the time to share your story, because I think that in your story, there will be a couple of those red flags that I think that a lot of people will have to look out for in the event that this happens to them. So I'd like to know how this happened to you. How much did you end up losing?
We lost 80,000 rand within our family of 4. We were meant to travel to Mauritius on the 18th of March, which is next week.
Sure. And so give me the process as to how this happened to you.
So we sold them our gift tips, which was amazing. Everyone that went was amazing. Nothing happened. There was no glitches and everything. So we decided to do our first international, let it be Mauritius, because we have 2 years of COVID, which was dreadful. We then eventually booked in October, paid in October. It was an EFT done via credit card for March for next week.
Okay.
Payment was done. We got our receipt. Everything was fine. Then we had 2 months where we had a semi-lockdown and we didn't know what was happening.
All right.
Then the CEO of the company had some problems. She went live. There was problems with the refund because of December, the trips being cancelled, and she explained she had to refund all of them and our tickets would come. A month came, we harassed her again. Then she said 2 weeks prior to departure, and we have absolutely nothing. We only have communication with the CEO. The admin went silent. They don't reply. There was no communication. And then Monday, she left. The CEO left all the chats, no communication.
Oh, no.
Social medias all went down. Absolutely nothing. Woke up to all these messages that something happened, and then the chat on Telegram of over 3,000 people. Millions were lost.
Can I ask about the means in which you communicated with said company? Was it email? Was it WhatsApp? Was it Telegram?
It was completely WhatsApp. There was no email communication at all.
Interesting. Okay. So it is all WhatsApp, and you did the necessary. Also, if you don't mind, the credit card that you used, you obviously paid through a deposit to make sure this is secured. Did you pay it into a company's account or an individual's account?
It was her account.
Okay. So I just wanted to point that out just very, very quickly, just to make sure that I want to get the processes going. And I'm really sorry that you lost this cash. It's a lot of money, especially given what we're facing now. Load shedding, petrol prices increasing. I can't imagine how you are feeling now. But trust me, I'm going to get the right person on the job, somebody who is here to just educate a bit more. So stick around for that. Wendy Knowler is our consumer superhero that we bring in every now and then. Wendy Knowler. What happens now? I think that's the biggest sort of vaguest question I can come up with.
Look, when people approach me, Carl, they want one thing, and that's their money back.
Correct.
In this kind of situation. And unfortunately, as I say, I don't have the ability to just, first of all, this woman's in the wind. Nobody can get hold of her.
Okay.
So this is a travel agency. I had some information, as I can't run it by the CEO, but that they're not registered as a travel agent. They certainly aren't members of the of ASATA, which is the Association of Southern African Travel Agents, which is the first thing you should look for, because you have some kind of protection if this kind of thing happens.
All right.
Paying into a personal bank account, instant red flag.
Right.
Being made to pay for travel by EFT and not credit card. Credit card is an international protection offered by Visa and MasterCard. If you pay something for something, goods or services, with a credit card, you have the benefit of what is known as a chargeback. So through the issuing bank, be it Standard Bank, Nedbank, whichever bank issued your credit card, you go to them and you raise a dispute. You use the word chargeback. And long story short, your bank goes to the merchant's bank, and they between themselves they establish, look, this person can prove they didn't get what they paid for, and they chaps the money out of the merchant's bank and it lands out. I've used this before with a travel situation, and I got my money back very successfully. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
The other thing is that reputable travel agents don't wait till the last minute to give you your accommodation vouchers, your flight tickets and all of that, which is what was happening with Hello Darlings, right? So you would know if you didn't get your ticket within a few weeks that there's a problem here, and then you would have time to apply for chargeback, right?
Yes.
So even here, chargeback, it all adds up to, as someone, Zahida tweeted yesterday, what's crazy about the Hello Darling saga is that in 2022, okay, granted most people paid for that we're speaking to now, end of last year, paid full deposits to a personal bank account of a random person who had no registered company, no letterhead, just a business conducted over Instagram and WhatsApp based on influencers' recommendations. What could possibly go wrong? Everything done on WhatsApp, as Anonymous just told us.
Yes.
And, you might think that's cool, but it's not. It's not professional.
No, it's not.
And it's going to bite you sooner or later. And in this case, what was so wicked about it was that you always say word of mouth, whatever. So beyond the influence, a lot of ordinary folk went on holidays within this, targeted community and had a great time. And so, yes, we did our word of mouth, had a great time. It was all fun and great price. So that was particularly wicked here because there was a bit of a track record, right, where things worked.
Of follow through. There was evidence of follow through.
I feel for those people, yes.
What is the recourse here? Where does the consumer stand now?
Now we play a waiting game. But I did speak to Yusuf Abramji, who's an anti-crime activist, very well known.
Yes.
He said he's been approached by dozens of people who'd lost money. The Telegram group is now over 3,000 people, apparently. Wow. He says it looks like the losses run into tens of millions. I've advised all victims to open theft and fraud charges with the police. So it would be theft by false pretense. It's not a direct theft.
All right.
They need to do this to ensure action is taken. When opening charges, take proof of payment, copies of invoices, etc. The Hawks should coordinate all cases and ensure that justice is done. The CEO can run, but she cannot hide. Well, not for long.
The show that drives you home with the most music. The Flash Drive with Carl Wastie. Only on KFM 94.5.